Okay. In last class we have seen about the Gauss law. What is Gauss law? Okay. Then today we are going to study about the applications of Gauss law. Okay. In application wise, we are going to calculate the electric field of a network. Okay. So if we are having an electric network, in that we are going to uh, find out the electric field. Okay. Infinity long wired charged wire. Okay. We are having an infinity long charged wire. In that field, what is the value of electric field that we are going to study? Okay. Then next point, the charged infinite plane sheet. Okay. We are having infinite plane sheet. In that field, what is the value of electric field we are going to study? Next one, we are having two parallel charged infinite sheets. In that case, what is the value of electric field? Then uniformly charged spherical shell. We are having a uniformly charged spherical shell. In that, what is the value of electric field inside the sphere and outside the sphere? We are going to study. Okay. So this is the outline what we are going to study in this class. Okay. If time permits, we will see all of these 4 points. If we can conclude, we will see these 2 points. Okay. So the first point is an infinitely long charged wire. Infinitely long charged conductor. So the charge is of positively charged. The conductor is positively charged. Then we are having a charge density of lambda. Okay, so lambda is the charge density. So we will study charge density in 3 dimensions. Okay, so first we are going to study in the single dimension. Okay, lambda is for single dimension. Okay, for 2 dimension, the density is sigma. Okay, so the lambda is the charge density. Okay, in line. Okay, in a wire. So it is called as line charge intensity. Line charge density. Okay, if it is sigma, it is 2 dimensional. So area charge density. Area charge density or surface charge density. Area charge or surface charge. Surface charge density. Okay, so it is lambda. We are taking point P from a conductor to point P. So this distance is small r. Okay. For analyzing what is the value of E, we are taking 2 areas, A2 and A1, these 2 points. Okay. We are taking 2 small areas, A1 and A2. With that, we are going to analyze what is the value of E in points P, Q, R, S, these 4 points. Okay, we are taking 4 points P, Q, R and S. Okay, P and Q are parallelly opposite. P is in the positive x-axis and Q in the negative x-axis. Okay, then S is in the positive z-axis and R is in the negative z-axis. Okay. Then I have taken the wire in y-axis. Okay. Now we are going to study what is the value of E. Okay. Wire and point P is small r. Okay. I have already told that I have taken a small area. Okay, I am taking this area is A. Okay, I have taken the area A. Then the area is L. Then radius of the cylinder is small. Okay, I am taking three surfaces here. In cylinder we are having three surfaces. First one is the curved surface, this curved surface. Second one is bottom surface. Then three surfaces. First one is curved surface and bottom surface and top surface. So I have taken three surfaces. In three surfaces we are analyzing what is the value of E and what is the value of A. Okay, A means area and E means electric field. Okay. Uh, from Gauss law, what is the value of phi? What is phi? Phi is the electric flux. So phi E equal to surface integral of electric field. Okay, this is the value of electric field. So it is the surface integral. This integral is the surface integral. So we are taking three surfaces in cylinder. First one is this top surface and the second one is the bottom surface and the third one is the curved surface. So we are taking three surfaces. If we are calculating individually, we will have the equation as integral curved surface integral curved surface E into dA, then plus we are going to add three fluxes. Okay, then top surface E into dA, then plus surface integral bottom surface E into dA. Okay, we are calculating three individual fluxes, then adding. This concept we have studied in the earlier class in Gauss law, the value of E. Okay, our objective is to calculate the value of electric field. Okay, electric field intensity. Okay, see in surface, top surface and bottom surface, the electric field is outwards. Okay, I am assuming that in a electrical wire, so charged wire, in charged wire, the electric field is everywhere in the outside. We are assuming that the line is outside, electric field line is moving outside. Okay, for finding the electric field, we are taking three surfaces: top surface, bottom surface and curved surface. If you are taking any one top or bottom surface in separate, I am taking bottom surface. Okay, I am taking bottom surface. This is the wire, origin of the wire. So from wire, the electric field is flowing outside. So electric field lines are flowing outside. Okay, so the electric field lines and the bottom surface are in parallel, right? Both are in parallel. If the electric field and the surface are parallel, as per Gauss law, phi E equal to 0, right? So if it is parallel, the phi is 0. We have seen in the last class. Okay, so in both top surfaces and bottom surfaces, equal to, sorry, EDA equal to 0, as well as surface integral bottom surface EDA equal to 0. So both the values will be 0. Then we are having only one surface, that is curved surface. We are having only curved surface. I am taking the curved surface, surface integral of curved surface EDA. We need to find this value only. So both these both values will be equal to 0. So I am neglecting these two. I am going to calculate only for the curved surface. We know that the value of density is lambda. Okay, charge density is lambda. If we calculate the value of Q enclosed, that will be equal to the charge density over a value of length. Okay, that is lambda into L. That the value of phi equal to Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. So this is the formula, Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. From this figure, Q enclosed is equal to lambda L. So lambda L divided by epsilon naught. So this is the value of E into dA. Okay, integral E into dA, the value is lambda L divided by epsilon naught. Okay. Q enclosed divided by epsilon naught. From this figure, Q enclosed is lambda over length divided by epsilon naught. Okay. Then we need to find the value of dA. Here E is constant. The electric field is constant. So I am taking E outside. The electric field of a line is constant. Integral dA equal to lambda L divided by epsilon naught. Okay. Here the only unknown value is integral dA. Okay. What is integral dA? The surface area. Okay. What is the surface area of cylinder? What is the formula? It is a hollow cylinder, right? We are taking the hollow cylinder. So the circumference of this circle, the value of circumference into L, that is the surface area of a hollow cylinder. So surface area is, circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. This is the value of circumference multiplied with length. It gives the surface area of a hollow cylinder. Okay. So integral dA equal to area of cylinder. So the area of cylinder will be equal to 2 pi r into L. So this is the formula for integral dA. If I am substituting in this equation, I am getting E into 2 pi RL equal to lambda L divided by epsilon naught. Okay, epsilon naught is the permittivity of a material in free space. Okay, I am cancelling this L value. we need to find the value of E, right? So E equal to lambda by 2 pi r into epsilon naught. So 2 pi r into epsilon naught. So this is the value for flux density, sorry, electric field intensity. Okay. So what we have studied, I am having a charged wire, infinity long charged wire. We need to find the value of E at point P. At point P, the value of E that we need to find. We have found the value of E at point P. Can you understand? Okay. Now we are going to see the conditions. What is the value of E when it is when the point is outside the line and inside the line. Okay. With the value of lambda, we are having than 0. What is the value of E? And at the value of lambda is less than 0. What is the value of E? That we need to find. Okay. So value of E equal to 2 pi r into epsilon. So this is the value of E. Then if lambda is greater than 0, lambda is greater than 0, the value of E will be pointing out. Value of E will be pointing outward, parallelly outwards. We are concluding that if lambda is greater than 0, E points outwards. Okay. So if lambda is greater than 0, the value of E will be pointing outside. Then if the value is lambda value is less than 0, parallelly inwards. Okay, so this is what we are concluding. The value of E in electric field due to an infinity long charged wire. Okay, can you understand? If you have any doubts, you can post. Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts in this topic, you can post.